This concept can either get you hired or rejected in a JS interview. This is closure. So closure is a function which returns another function, and the return function still have access to the variable which were defined part of the outer function. In line number 10, we are calling the outer function, and this function would have return this inner function. So in line number 11, when we are printing the closure, we should be getting reference to this inner function. Yeah, so it's returning function inner. But rather than printing it, if I'll call this closure, so this counter variable is now no more into the memory because outer function has already called, and once a function completes its execution, so all the variables that was created should also be destroyed. But here's a catch with the closure: the inner function would still have an indirect link with this counter variable, and the default value was 0. If now or later in the function also, if I'll try to increase this value, so it will get from the previous value only. So previous value was 0, now it changed to 1, and now the final value printed in line number 6 will be 1. But here this counter can only accessible inside this inner function only. If someone from outside will try to access it, so this will say this counter variable is not defined because it was only accessible under the scope of this inner function only. So here we can see this counter variable is not defined. So the real use case of this closure is first that it let us create some variables which are private into the nature, and outside these functions this will not able to access it. Another live example can be a class of bank into the nature where balance will be a closure variable, and we have the variables or functions called deposit or withdraw. So with the help of deposit and withdraw, we can change the value of balance, but we cannot directly manipulate the balance variable. That's all about closure.